Hi, thanks for coming back to My Little Crafty Secret. For this video in my Christmas in July video series, I'm sharing how I make my Christmas tags. Actually, this doesn't have to be for Christmas. It can be for any tag that you make. But all you would do is get a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and cut it in quarters. And once you do that, you cut those quarters in half. I got this method from May of Made It, and that's how I make them. Now you can chomp off the corners there just by using a pair of scissors, but I have a corner chomper and I will be using that to just take those corners off. I've also made tags without having the corners chomped off. It works and looks good either way. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and make the hole in the tag. And one thing I need to point out here, I will be doing a lot of inking, so if you don't like an inked back, you may want to cut another sheet of 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and that way you can just cover that any ink strays or marks that may come up on the back side of your tag. I actually forgot to share how I covered the backs of my tags, but I wanted to point that out here. I'm going to bring out some embossing folders. I am just sharing a few here. I don't eventually use them all, but I wanted just to point out these are very neutral. These are not even Christmas or even winter themed. Those first two were even winter themed embossing folders. And I thought to point that out because you can look through all your embossing folders and just see, what patterns that you have. Can you use them for Christmas? It doesn't have to be a Christmas related embossing folder. It doesn't have to be a winter related embossing folder. These embossing folders that I'm choosing, I did choose one, and the other three were more winter themed embossing folders. There was a few Christmas related, but I decided to use the winter theme instead. And I think they all came out great. I also decided to use my 3D embossing folders because when you do the ink swiping, it totally highlights it beautifully. There's more depth, there's more interest in the embossed cardstock. And I also decided to only use embossing folders to decorate these tags, and that's just because when we give the tags to somebody or add them to the gift or on a gift bag, they just get tossed. So I don't want to spend too much time decorating these. There are some people that would actually keep them, so for those I would make it especially nice because I know they do keep them. They like handmade items or they want to reuse them. So, but those are very far and few in between. And so I decided just in general, when I'm making my gift tags or when I make a bunch of them so I can give them out to family members, I don't spend much time on them just for those reasons. Also, I am venturing into non-traditional Christmas colors. I like that because I have noticed that the reds and greens don't always work. I've seen like pink and purple and yellow and orange wrapping paper, and it's not Christmas related wrapping paper. They're just, it's, maybe the child likes a character that's mostly pink and purple, so that's what they wrap them in. So yeah, that's why I am definitely getting out of the non-traditional Christmas colors. So because I love making cards, it does feel a little naked without having a sentiment. I decided just to do something very generic, Merry Christmas. I don't remember where this stamp came from. I do believe it came from a Simon Says stamp set, but it was just a rogue stamp that I never put away, and so I'm still looking for that stamp set. So I did cut a whole bunch out, and now I'm just adding to the tag fronts. Well, that's the end of the project. I hope that this gives you plenty of inspiration to use your cardstock, emboss them, and use non-traditional Christmas colors. Thanks. Until next time.